Watch the token count go. I just pointed Claude at a real open source project, 700 files, code I have never seen. And I asked a subagent one thing, read it, and tell me what this is. It went off and read while my main session barely moved, about 400 tokens. And it came back with a clean map of the whole thing, a self-hosted AI workspace, Python on the back end, a vector database for memory, the lot. A project that would take you an afternoon to understand, summarized in under a minute, without ever clogging up your session. That is the move this whole episode is about. So why does that matter so much? When you work in a single session, everything you load stays loaded. Read a few big files, paste in some logs, explore a codebase, and your context fills up, and you pay for all of it on every message after that. On a real project, that adds up fast, and the quality drops as the window gets crowded. The fix is not a bigger context window. It is to not load the mess into your main session in the first place. You met subagents last episode, a second worker with its own separate context that goes off, does a job, and hands back just the summary. Today we put that to work on something real, and we build our own. So let's build two specialists you can keep and reuse. The first is a repo-analyzer. Drop it into any unfamiliar project, and it tells you what the thing does and how it is built. The second is a security researcher, a read-only auditor that hunts for secrets, injection, and broken authentication. Each one is just a small file in a .Claude agents folder. You give it a name, a description so Claude knows when to reach for it, and a list of tools. And notice what is missing from that list: editing. These agents can read, search, and run read-only commands, but they physically cannot change your code. For something whose job is to review, that constraint is the whole point. So far the agent just read. Now let's give it a real job on a small project with a real bug hiding in it. We point the security researcher at the code, read only, find the worst problem, and show me the file and the line. It reads through, and it comes straight back with it. A SQL injection sitting right in the login query, the exact file, the exact line, and the fix. You built a specialist, you pointed it at your code, and it handed you the real problem with the receipts. Why did that come back so sharp when half the time these reviews are mush? Because of how the job was framed. A good delegation has a few parts, and every one of them did real work here. The scope, which files it was allowed to look at. The focus, what to actually hunt for. The constraint, read only, do not touch anything. And the output, a table with evidence. Drop any one of those, and the answer gets vaguer. The model is rarely the problem, the framing is. And notice the one habit that makes this trustworthy. It did not just say this is insecure. It pointed you at the file and the line so you can open it and see the bug for yourself. That is what you want from every agent you build, not a verdict, but evidence you can check in 10 seconds. Ask for the file and the line every time, and you stay in control. 3 ways this goes wrong. 1. The lazy ask, is this secure? No scope, no focus, and you get a shrug. 2, and this one is sneaky, you give your reviewer the power to edit. The moment the same agent that reviews can also fix, you have lost your independent check. It will quietly paper over the very thing it should have flagged. Keep the reader and the writer separate. And 3, you reach for a sub-agent for something that needs you in the loop every few seconds. If it keeps having to ask you questions, it should have stayed in your main session. One small bonus on cost, while we are here, a sub-agent does not even have to run on your most expensive model, but that is a lever for a later episode. So, to recap, delegate the expensive, messy work to a sub-agent and keep your own session clean. Build read-only specialists you can reuse, like a repo-analyzer and a security researcher. Frame the job with scope, focus, a read-only constraint, and an output format. And always take the evidence, not the verdict. Next time one worker is easy. We run several at once, in parallel, in sequence, and in the background, and deal with what happens when they start stepping on each other. The project we audited is linked below. Go and break it yourself.